Okay, well, welcome to the second YouTube video for top-down charts. So today I'm trying out something a little bit new. I've just been trying to work out how best to capture what's going on my screen so that I can show you the charts and actually walk through some of the indicators and how exactly I'm thinking about it, add a little bit more color to it. And so today we're going to cover off the first one for the Tuesday macro technicals. So this is a blog or a report that I put out weekly. So I'm going to start off with a look at the Euro Stoxx. So the key point on this one is that if you look at the chart here, there's this downtrend line. Well, technically you wouldn't call it a downtrend line in that there's not a series of lower lows to match the lower highs. If anything, you might sort of call it a bit of a super triangle, but so this line was established with the peak and just prior to the crisis, and then again tested quite recently. So the reason why I tend to look at trend lines like these is for two reasons. So first of all, risk management. So you've already got 3 touches to this trend line, so we know that there's some significance to it, and the closer we get to that level, the more you need to be thinking about, okay, is this a point to start taking profits, or start looking at whether there is a reason why it wouldn't break through. By the same token, the other very important use of trend lines like this is when you actually get a breakout above that line. So obviously if we get a breakout of that line, it's the kind of thing that's going to be opening up a lot more upside for that. But the way that I talked about this particular chart in the report is that it's very much a test for the Euro Stoxx, and I mentioned in there that it's almost already failed the test before it's even started. Sat down and tried to take it, because you look at the second chart here from my friends over at Absolute Strategy. They put that chart together. They do that for a company called Sentix. So Sentix does investor sentiment surveys. If you're not on to them, you definitely should look at that. So they ask their members questions every Friday night, or every Friday, and it's a series of different questions each week, and a series of consistent ones. You've probably seen their stuff before, but all you need to do is get onto that website and sign up, even if you're an individual investor, but if you're an institutional investor as well. And they actually look at those two differently. But one of their surveys here is the strategic bias. So this is how investors are feeling about the particular market over sort of a more medium-term view. And as you can see here, whenever that indicator's turned down, it really hasn't worked out too well for European equities here. So when it turns down quite sharply like it did here, it can be a bit of a warning of more of some sort of sizable correction. The best case scenario maybe is that you just get a little bit of a pause or a small pullback, as you did in these ones here. But we've seen it quite a few times where the next few weeks of and even months of market activity after that kind of pattern generally doesn't trade very well. So you've got to listen to price and see what price is telling you, but at this point it almost looks like the Euro Stoxx has failed the test before they even sat down to take it. So you've got to look at other factors, but this is probably the key line in the sand that investors need to be looking at. And I'll leave it at that point. And if you have any requests, suggestions, comments or complaints, please leave them in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.